Lots happening. Hopefully you're keeping up, y'all. I hope you're keeping up. We're just going wild over here with the makeup. Hey guys, it's Abby from Make Life Your Runway, and I thought today we would go through my collection and do a classic makeup organizational video. It's been a while since we've done one of those, so I've done them in many ways, but the way we're going to do it today is we're going to go through my collection and create like a sub collection of neglected products, and then I'll use that subsection for the next few weeks and shop my stash. And I really like doing this because it reminds me that I would not be able to handle a small collection. But it's also just kind of therapeutic to just play with makeup and to think about makeup and to talk about makeup. So I thought we would do that today. So I just have this basket here. It's just like a Dollar Tree basket. We're gonna go through each category, throw makeup in here that I feel like is neglected, go from there. So if that sounds like something you'd like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Before we get started, I was going to post my 20 and 21 Project Pan update, but I just didn't really feel like inspired to film that today, and I think part of the reason is I don't have all my products collected. They're in here, what I have, but I thought while we're going through looking for neglected makeup that I want to pull products that need to be tossed after this year because they're just too old. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I like to do that in the Project Pans and just give it its last glory year of being used and loved before I have to get rid of it. So I want to identify those products. I was using something the other day and I was like, this probably is near the end of its life. So I do want to pull out those type of products, the neglected products. Here's the thing. Last time I did neglected products, which was probably the beginning of 20 and 20, I did a video like this and I pulled only neglected products. And what happened was I could never get like a full face. I never loved my makeup because there's a reason those products were neglected. So I do want to pull out a couple of my favorite things, maybe like favorites. Just some, I don't know, maybe each category pick a favorite as well. So at least I know I have products that I love. So I'll make sure I identify neglected versus favorite, why it's neglected. And we'll decide at the end of the few weeks of using it if they're products I want to keep in my collection. Also, we'll pull the weekly shop my stashes from these for a few weeks, 3 or 4 weeks as well. We'll just kind of go, we'll see how it goes. I've decided that, you know what? There are too many things in our life that we have to do that it's fine, but we don't love it. Like going to work, it's fine. Cleaning your house, whatever. That I feel like YouTube, at least for me and my channel, since it's such a hobby, I don't want to if I plan to film a video and I don't want to film it that day, I want to film something else, then I'm just going to film something else. This is fun. This is an area of my life where I do what I want. So I hope that doesn't let you guys down that there wasn't a Project Pan intro. It's still coming. It's just not going to be up this week. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But we are going to angle over, and I guess we will start, I feel like we always start eyeshadow, so I guess we'll start bronzers, blush, that category. Yeah, let's do that. In case you're new here, my collection is just on a bookshelf. I have some clear acrylic organizers. I have eyeshadow palettes, and there's a lot of empty spots. I don't know. And then we have bronzer, blush, highlight, mini palettes, powder, primer, foundation, and my dog Morty. It's his spot. Okay. So let's actually just start in this area right here with bronzer. Okay, so here are my bronzers, and I will say doing these types of projects, I do usually end up getting rid of a few things, even though that isn't my sole purpose of doing it. So for my bronzer collection, there isn't any here going off the bat. I don't want to break your guys' hearts, but there's nothing in here that I feel like I need to get rid of. So we're definitely not in that category, but we are definitely in there's a lot of neglected in here. And the first one that comes to my mind is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. This is an ambient powder from Hourglass. I love Hourglass. Love, love, love. And I have a bronzer and one of their face palettes that I love. So I think it's just maybe like the tone of this one. Doesn't play well with all products. Sometimes it looks orange, sometimes it's patchy, sometimes it looks great. But it was so expensive that I feel like I need to keep trying to figure out how to make it work. So this is going to be our first neglected product that we pull, and we're just going to give it love. You guys know ABH I pull often and love. This one is the Rosewood. We'll pull the Tarte Park Avenue Princess as my favorite one, just so I know I have an option that I enjoy. And then the rest, I think well, this is like 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4. Do I really just want 2 bronzers? Okay, this is another one that's kind of neglected, and it's kind of a similar thing to the Hourglass, where I like it, and I feel like this one plays better with others than Hourglass, but I just don't pull it a lot. So this is Milani's 04 Glow. Definitely like a neglected, underrated product from the drugstore in general, but I don't know why I just don't always gravitate towards it, but I don't. So we'll pull that. That's 3 bronzers. I think that's fair. The rest of these I know I love. I do have makeup inventories and declutters on my channel. So my latest inventory was done during Vlogmas. So you can check those videos out if you're curious about my full collection. I don't want to go over it again. But for bronzers, we pulled out 3 that we need to focus on. Also, there's nothing in here that I feel like needs to be used up this year as far as expiration goes. I think this is a pretty adjusted, well-used part of my collection. Okay, we have highlighters up. These Master Chromes, they used to be favorites, but I think because they're on the older side, I need to just, okay, I can't talk about it right now. I love Juvia's, love ABH, Lorac, love MAC. This Urban Decay one is, no, can't get rid of her. Okay. Alright, we'll go in light. So this Artist Couture, this is a loose highlighter in Summer Haze. This is a BoxyCharm item that was given to me by my sister-in-law, and I like this product a lot, but I just literally never grab for it, and I think it's because it's loose, but I think it's definitely one to pull from the neglected category. And then a product to pull, highlighters. I don't feel like there's anything in here that I need to put in my 2021 project pan as like just its final year. That's so sad. But I want to pull something to use that I enjoy in case there's a reason I'm neglecting my neglected ones. Don't think any of these. Let's pull Lorac. This is the Starlight highlighter. I want to pull this one as one that I love and is neglected. I know if I had to use this for 4 weeks straight, I would love it. So we'll pull that to use. And I, again, haven't used that one in a while. These Becca ones have been used fairly recent. So I guess this one has been in my collection like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. But I guess some of these other ones have been as well. I just feel like the last couple of times I used them, I didn't love them. So I'm going to pull them as neglected and see what happens, and we'll go from there. So kind of a few highlighters to choose from, but we're good in this category. For blush, I already had a few setting to the side as neglected, and I neglected them in the neglected bin. Like, what is wrong with me? I don't know. So there are some things in here that were gifted to me recently that I just need to use and make a decision on. One being this Almay. This is the Smart Shade in Coral. This was passed along to me fairly recent. It's been a couple of months now, but I've used it once, liked it, but I need to use it again to see if I have a stronger feeling than that. So that's going to be our first neglected blush. This is another one. This is Milani, I'm seeing a theme, Tea Rose, one of their flower blushes. This was a birthday gift to me, not this year, but last year. I like it a lot, but for some reason, I just never pull it. I don't know why it gets overshadowed in my collection, but we will pull this one as a neglected item. Again, as far as like declutter, I feel like blushes can kind of stand the test of time. Maybe you disagree with that, but that's kind of how I feel about it, especially if you are like sanitizing them with alcohol, which I'll go through and do ever so often. So I don't feel like there's anything in here that needs to be added to like that category is like the last ride, the last supper. Do I have a blush that I would appreciate using if I don't like any of these? If I've decided I don't want them. Okay, this It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi. We're gonna throw this one in as my favorite, so I know I have an option that I enjoy using. But the other neglected ones are, let's go with this one. This is the NYX Mauve and Owl. I don't even think they make this blush, at least not in this packaging anymore. But this is really old to my collection, and it is a similar color to e.l.f. Always Rosy. And this one is pretty new to my collection, so I wonder what they swatch like. Blushes never like swatch that well, but okay, we got the NYX. They feel different. The e.l.f. is like softer, but the colors are pretty similar. So this is the NYX, and then this one is the e.l.f. So they actually look pretty similar. So if I decide against NYX, I at least have like a newer updated formula in that color. So we'll pull that. So that's a pretty good array of options for blush. Okay, honestly, the palettes and the lips, these are kind of the categories, and there's a couple like primers and stuff that I'm like, okay, it's gonna ride its final ride. So this bin in particular are not super old products, so, and I feel like not even very neglected, but this is neglected. This was given to me by the same friend who gave me the Almay blush. So they came at the same time, and I just don't think I have used this yet. This is the Milani Floral Fantasy. Well, okay, I used it one time in a Shop My Stash. Oh, the packaging broke. That's okay. But other than that, I think I used like maybe a color one time. So this is definitely neglected. Need to make a decision about that. And I remember when these came out, I really wanted it. So it's kind of funny, like, move forward, I have it and I'm not using it. But the rest of these palettes, I think I sort through pretty often. There's nothing in here that I feel like is too old or anything like that. So we'll grab the next bit of face palettes. Okay, so these are my other face palettes. This was given to me by a different friend. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Palette. I like definitely can't use this color, and I can kind of use these two colors. Lily Light, Blossom Glow. I think I just need to use them and decide how I feel about them. So that's gonna be our first palette. We have another. These were both passed along to me. This came from the same friend that gave me the other stuff. So I think I like this one because Blossom Glow. Is that one any permanent one? Or are these all unique to the palettes? I don't know. Okay, then I have this one, which is another one of their palettes. And I want to use it one more time, but I think this is one I need to pass along because, like, don't use that one. I don't think this one's going to work for me. Don't think this one's going to work for me. This is the one I usually use, but I don't, like, grab the palette for it. We'll pull those two palettes and see how this venture goes. The rest of this stuff I think is fine. I go through it pretty regularly as you can with having kind of bigger collection. Let's go to smaller eyeshadow palettes. Okay, I love this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. Love my Urban Decay singles. I really enjoy these color popped single, like one color duo. What is that? Monochrome? There's a purple one and there is a green one. These are fun. It's so fun to just create one type of eye look. I love Tarte Maneater. That one's good. These Huda Beauty, I think I rotate them fairly often. They're not reached for a lot, but I'll pull them in to use with other palettes. Okay, this one. I've had this one in my collection for over a year and have never used it. So this is one that I need to decide what was poppin'. So this is Smashbox Draw In Deck Out. This is a cool tone palette. We just need to decide our feelings on it and move forward from there. Outside of that, all of these are good. I don't feel like any need to go in a project pan or anything. We Gucci. As far as powders go, I rotate through these very, very easily. It's not a problem. So I think what we'll do is just commit to this little hourglass veil setting. I've gone through a full one. I talked about it in my 20 and 20 makeup empties, and then this was gifted to me, so I would just like to use it and re-explore my love for it because I haven't used it in a couple of months now. So this will be the only little powder and probably the one that's neglected in my collection because I've been rotating through all of these pretty regularly, but not that little guy. So we will use that and move on. Okay, I feel like this bin of primers and stuff has been so neglected because of Project Pan. I've just been focusing so much on just certain products that I haven't really dove into a lot of these in a while. So we've spent most of January through Weekly Makeup Basket exploring them. So let's see where we are. I do like the Milani Perfect, like the Too Faced, Revlon. Okay, from these two, this Touch in Soul No Problem Primer is pretty old in my collection. So I'm going to throw this in the 20 and 21 Use Up Project Pan. So I think that's one that needs to be out of my collection by the end of this year, if not sooner. I don't want to throw a lot of, like, spoiler. Every year with Project Pans, I kind of rotate. Like, one year I'm really heavy in, like, primers. Then I get burnt out on, like, using that many primers so, like, hardcore as far as Project Pan goes. Then it's, like, eyeshadows. And then I get burnt out on eyeshadows. So I think because we went so hard on foundations and primers last year, there aren't very many in that Project Pan. So it's definitely, like, we could add some, but I'm just not feeling it right now. A lot of these I like. What is neglected though? Okay, I really like this Revlon Candid Glow foundation, and it's really light coverage, but I can really make it work, and this is in the color Buff 120. I like it, light coverage, throw on concealer and a powder, and it is really nice. So we're going to use this, and it does get neglected in here because I'm typically grabbing for Project Pan. I guess just that, Project Pan. So we'll pull that. And then as far as one to use along with it in case I get bored, I think what I want to do is pull the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I love this one. It's a repurchase, and I haven't really used it since I repurchased it. This one is in Fair Neutral. Oh, it has an expiration of 10/21. So let's go actually put this in our 2021 Project Pan. I love when there are expiration dates on things. That is so helpful. And then we'll pull this. I pulled it recently and I just really enjoyed it. The Laura Mercier Candle Glow Soft Luminous Foundation. And this one is in 1 and 2 Vanilla. So we'll add that to neglected because it was neglected last year. And then these I still haven't tried, the Dior Forever. Again, were in a big box gifted to me. And I'm not sure that they are my color, but I want to play with them and see how I feel. So there's 10 and 20. So we'll pull these for neglected. All right, quite a bit of foundations, but that's okay. We have a primer for Project Pam. None of these primers are really neglected either. I don't feel like I need to, like, you know, push through and use them all up or anything like that. Ooh, okay. We're gonna pick one. Let's pull this one, the Ultra Repair Primer by First Aid Beauty. The thought of only using like the Touch and Soul, I'm concerned. Like, I like it, but in my heart, I'm concerned about it. So we'll just have a favorite option to go along with it. So, okay. We're making progress. We're adding favorites. We're adding neglected. We're identifying some project pan items. Lots happening. Hopefully you're keeping up, y'all. I hope you're keeping up. We're just going wild over here with the makeup. I would love if you guys, you know, get your collection out and did this with me. Maybe see what's neglected in your collection. I know a lot of you guys have collections bigger than mine, which I'm jealous. But we are in a good place there, so we will move on to, okay, concealers. This isn't all. I did not put my weekly makeup basket items in here. Just didn't feel a need to. Okay, okay, great. So I guess we'll just need one for the basket, since that's all we're gonna do or use for the shop my stash for a couple weeks. I want to do the Milani Conceal and Perfect, not because this is neglected, but because I like it. This is light neutral 125, so we'll pull that, and I guess we'll just have an option, another option. Let's pull the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate in C3. Okay, I took you guys off the tripod because I don't want to take all this stuff off the shelves. So these are kind of like my normal size eyeshadow palettes. And as far as ones that are neglected here, we do a pretty good job of rotating. This is actually a face palette, but we do a pretty good job of rotating through these. But I think my Lorac have become a little neglected. And let's pull like 2 of them. Well, actually, let's just pull all 3 because I do like all 3. So we have Lorac 2. This is probably one of my older palettes in my collection, but we'll use these. I love this palette. These go on sale a lot too on Ulta's website. This is the 3, more neutral. You can tell they're very well loved. And then the Lorac 4, which is the most recent, but it's not recent. So let's use those for neglected makeup. Okay. So we're good here. I did already pull palettes that need to be used or given their last chance in 2021. I had pulled those a while ago. They're already in the bin. So we are gonna just skip past all these because, again, I think I rotate through these all pretty well. All right, and then last year we did Pal of the Month, so a lot of these products got really well loved for 1 month last year and then have been sitting here. But since we pulled all those Lorac palettes, we're gonna skip these like bigger eyeshadow palettes. And then as far as lips, I think there's some things in here that we need to talk about. Okay, first up are my bullet lipsticks. These are a mix of L'Oreal, Maybelline, and Becca. And then we have a Melt. These are good in here. I don't feel like any of these are close to being expired. So we'll just set those to the side. Oops. Being too loud for Morty. Okay. Again, these are neglected, so we'll pull these. These are the NARS lipsticks. All right, these are NARS Velvet Lip Gloss, Lamaine Blue, and Xenon. So the pinker one is Lamaine Blue. They feel nice on the lips. I got them from TJ Maxx for pretty affordable, but they just don't really have a wear time to them. Maybe if we pulled like a lip liner, like I'll pull Milani's. Isn't one of these, I think one of these is called Natural. Okay, so we'll pull a Milani Nude lip liner with it, so maybe that will help me enjoy them a little bit more. The rest of these I don't feel like are too old. We're in a good place. Alright, love all of these. This one is getting on the older side, the Pixie by Petra. This one is their Pastel Petal Liquid Lipstick. So this is going to go in the 2021 bin. These are pretty recent to my collection. So we are okay with those. And I have not tried this one yet. This was gifted to me. This is the Berry Plus Juice Vegan Lip Gel. So we'll pull those. And I do have lip glosses like in my bag and around my office and in my beauty room that I love. So I don't feel like I need to pull anything for those to have like a favorite for this category. But I think put these Beccas together. I think we're good. Oh, let's also pull. This is Honesty by Bare Minerals. What is that color? Oh, it's so pretty. So we will pull that as well for the neglected makeup. Otherwise, I think that's good for lips. Okay, these are like eyebrow pencils, mascara, single eyeshadows. The only thing I want to pull out of here is my e.l.f. this little guy. I remember when these came out and they were so hyped and I was so excited to get it, and now I don't even use it that much. But this one is pumpkin pie. I'm gonna pull this to put into the basket that goes in my bathroom for Makeup Basket Express. So we'll pull that. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna pull anything else that is in my collection. We're just gonna leave those there. We've gone through everything though. Those are empty, that's empty. I don't know. I kind of want to rearrange this makeup, but I don't have an idea of like what to do. So we've gone through all the categories, so let me show you what we got. Okay, here is our basket of our new collection that we're going to use for the next few weeks, if not the month. February is a short month. Maybe we'll go through all of February. But we have a mix of products that I love, and I just want to make sure I have some favorites in here to use. And then we have products that I love that are neglected. And then we have just like straight up neglected makeup that we really need to make a decision on. Really love doing these type of videos. I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Let me know what is hidden in your collection. What is in the depths of your collection. You'll be seeing this a lot in my upcoming weekly makeup baskets. You probably won't see it this week because I have a fun theme for you guys that I can't wait. But after that, in February, you'll be seeing it. And then we did pull a few products in this bin for Project Pan, so that video will be coming soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Hope you enjoyed just relaxing with makeup and found it, I don't know, calming, soothing, inspiring. I don't know. I hope you guys are well. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.